Hey everybody, how's it going? Sorry about the wait. Let me let my daughter know something. I wanted to make I was having some fun with the thumbnail. So I was trying to get a red car on the thumbnail instead of a blue car. But I didn't want to make you guys wait any longer, so I went ahead and just stuck with the one I picked. If you haven't seen it, here it is. Don Will sees Fred Hill and turns around. OMG. But even more funny than that. Let's see, who's today's wiener today? Who's the wiener? Crazy Mom! Woo woo! I should have played my freaking intro. Dang it. I need to get back into doing that because I now have my license back for it. Or whatever it's called. Anyways, interesting thing happened today. Let me pull up my chat on my phone. Maybe. I heard today that Sebastian Rogers has a $50,000 reward from the FBI, and JLR earlier was wondering what that could possibly mean, because Sebastian Rogers has one. He's been gone 6 months, and Summer Wells doesn't have one and has never had one, a FBI one, and she's been gone for 3 years. Summer Wells had people had to come together to basically get that reward fund for Summer, if I can remember correctly. So yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think that could possibly mean? Of course you are, Lady May. Of course you are. Don't let anybody tell you different. Don't let anybody tell you different. Look how excited Crazy Mom is about being the wiener. She's super excited. Glad to see that. Hey, Juniper. Victoria, Rhonda, Plant Diva. Meant to get on here way earlier, like I do every day, even though it's only 6, but I wanted to go live like at 10 today. Yes, prayers for Dolly. I found out this morning soon after, because I was up early, but then took a nap this afternoon. I uploaded a reading for Virgo, for all you Virgos out there. Anyways, I'm trying to wonder what we're laughing about, but okay. Dolly had to put a stent in, and he put an update, had a stent put in his heart. He had a heart attack last night. And he put an update on his YouTube, if nobody heard. I think it was on his YouTube or his girlfriend's. Hey, Jamie. I can't see, my screen is broke. So, guys, I had to delete several mods, because ones that I didn't recognize their names or forget who they are. because I noticed like my subscriber count, like I think somebody's deleting or blocking people without my knowledge. I think we have an imposter again. So I had to delete some people. So if you were one of those, and just email me or whatever. Yeah, I went through the block list and I unblocked some people, just like the ones I didn't know about. So if you guys see somebody that comes in that you're like, I just blocked that person and they're an asshole. Well, if they are an asshole again, just block them again. I just wanted, just in case I went through I don't know what to do. There's like 400 people on my block list, and it's hard to go through each one individually, which most people have thousands. I don't even know how I freaking do it. You can't even type anything in to search it. You just have to scroll and it. Where did the money come from for the FBI to donate? Streets have been too much these last few days. It's been too much like last few years. I wonder what that means though. With the FBI, I wonder if that can mean something. Like, do they for some reason think that would bring somebody out? They probably think somebody has Sebastian, don't you think? Maybe that's probably why they're doing that. Maybe they know, or maybe they feel like, hold on. Maybe they feel like, hey, Valerie, I emailed you. I've been trying to get a hold of you. So check your email. Whenever you get a chance. Or if you don't see it, email me again. Or not again, but email me and check your block list or whatever, or not block list, your spam, or when state FBI. Oh, good point. Or yeah, that's true. FBI usually gets involved when state lines are crossed or cyber crimes. That's true. I see you, Katie. Yes, I see you. Hey, Jam. Yeah, I hadn't seen you for a couple days, but I had a I was asking you about something, so. Hey, Betsy. Chloe's birthday's today? No, her birthday is next month, isn't? Her birthday's not yet. Hers is the 2nd, isn't it, of October or something? I know that because when I've done readings for her. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, October. Hey, Blue Willow, you're not late. We're just talking. I haven't gone over what my title is yet. Because it will only take me like 5 minutes. But it's funny because now Fred has seen Andy, Jody Sue, Dawn, Andy, Jody, Sue, and Dawn. Look, happy birthday, Chloe Jade. Okie dokie. Did you see my email, Valerie? I'll resend it if you. I could just copy and I'll just copy what I sent you if you don't see it, and after when you email me, I'll just copy it and send it to it if you don't see it. Now, whose birthday? We just had. Yeah, you'll save some for October. My birthday is 53. Is coming 53 years old this year. Happy birthday, everybody. How much for a reading? I do the ones I do live, if you catch me while I'm live, or if I can I just do for 20, minimum donation of 20. If you're wanting it private and live at the same time, then I charge a little bit more because those always last like way longer because I talk too much and it takes a little bit of planning. So I charge 30 for those. Those usually, lately it's been taking an hour for those. So eventually my prices will go up, but right now, because I won't be able to live on that, like, after a while, because it's not like you can do, it's not like you can do them back to back to back to back to back. And no, it's like a whole process. So one reading is going to, take a couple hours of your day, really. But you could always email me, and if I'm not doing anything, I could always go live. If you don't care about it being private. Valerie said yes, and she had me. Oh my gosh. That would be awesome. I'm trying to get there Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know, though, if there needs to be a notice. And that's my worry. So, anyways, we'll talk. If you want to put your phone number in there or something, too, we could always text. I looked. I thought maybe I would have your phone number, but I didn't see it. I have a bunch of your guys' phone numbers. I stalk a bunch of you guys. Just kidding. I have a bunch of you guys' numbers from just over the years. You know what I mean? Or I've randomly got them and I just don't know how or when. And I just save them. And I forget about them a lot of times. Yeah, I did one on Matthew Silly AF on his channel the other day, and that was fun. I told Noelle I would do one for her eventually. Maybe I could just I don't know. Maybe she could come on my channel and I'll do one for her or something. But it's good advertisement. Really, Valerie? Shut up, really? Don't get my hopes up. Are you serious? Like 100%? Or like 99%, 95%? What's the percentage likeliness? The percentage of likeliness. Probably Thursday would be best. Anyways, we'll talk. Dawn, are you afraid of the hard questions that I have for you? Says Fred. So I guess I could go ahead and tell the little story. So who else? Did I miss anybody, Fred, as far as who you've seen now that you have been in that area? I don't think Jody Sue even knows you saw her. Jody Sue, Andy, and Dawn. And that's not even him going out his way. Actually, he saw Dawn one other time too, but it was just in passing. This time was funny though. Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. Who have you seen? How about 94%? No, I want 100. 94%. Okay, 94%. That's pretty good chances. I'll just not get my hopes up. I'm going to get there. I'll figure it out no matter what. So, you know what I mean? It's the universe will make it happen. I already know. It will be fine. It's only 5 hours freaking away to East Tennessee. Or actually 6 hours to where he's at, to like Beach Creek area. Where he was in Knoxville, that's actually an hour less time. No, just one way this Thursday. Or is that too soon? And it's just one way. I just need one way because Fred got us a vehicle. I need to be down there to drive it back. So I just need a one way. Marlena Crawford, what? And she's not paying for it, guys. She said she has a bunch of miles, so I don't want to hear anybody saying, somebody's buying her a plane ticket. Oh my God. She had mentioned it a while back, and I didn't know. Fred told me. I didn't see it in the chat. So Indianapolis to Tri-Cities, yeah. That's going to be... with someone you work. So, well, I didn't know if she could get one. Marlena Crawford is staying in Churchill. Okay, no, I don't know. I'll try it. It shouldn't be a trouble. Short notice. You spend more points. Oh, yeah. Just like I was looking, the price, the cheapest I could find one way was $320 through Priceline, but that was a couple days ago. Most were all $500. I had to do in order to get $320 one, I would have had to done the express deal or whatever where I don't know in advance the time until after I pay, which is fine because it doesn't matter what time really. I'm very flexible. The date's flexible too. Everything's pretty flexible. Kind of. I would like to get there for this weekend, but anyways. But yeah, if I were to wait, I could get one way for less than $200. But anyways, we'll talk about it. Any preferred time? Not really. Whatever costs the least amount of points. I guess there's certain times that would be easier for me to get an Uber to the airport because I can't get Ubers very easily here in my town. So like just during reasonable hours. You know what I mean? Not something like at 3 where I'll need to get an Uber at like 3. It takes me about 45 minutes to get to the airport. And I need to be there about like 2 hours in advance or so. So like, so anywhere from like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I would think would be fine. Woohoo! They had a standby available. Yeah, Marlena did lose her little girl. Well, I think so. Did she lose complete custody, Fred? Or is she just staying? Oh yeah, it's Labor Day weekend too, Valerie. If it would help to do Wednesday, then we could do that too. I just don't really have anywhere to stay down there unless I go to, well, I'm not even going to say. Never mind. We'll talk about that offline. Anyways. Today, Fred was taking out the trash for somebody, we'll just say. And I don't know if Dawn had got word where Fred is staying or what. Journey has an amazing life ahead. Yeah, you forgot about Labor Day? Well, just let me know. We'll talk about it. If it's like, we'll figure it out. I guess if I had to, tomorrow is kind of a little soon, but yeah, Journey is staying with her aunt, and she's well taken care of from what I hear. Yeah, Fred's been out of but he has to wait to get cleared by Tennessee or by his probation to come up here. So, but he got us a vehicle, and if he's not going to get, if by chance he's not like approved this week, I'm just going to bring the vehicle back up and I'll just come back down because I haven't seen her for 3 months for one. And at least like now, like I'll have a vehicle to go get him. You know what I mean? So we're trying to do everything, make sure everything's legit so that we don't have to hear any type of bullshit from anybody or get any type of trouble, no matter what. So good. The boys looked in the lady picture. What picture? We will figure out. Okay, awesome. Or if anybody lives near me and wants to take a road trip down to Tennessee and drop me off, if I know you decent enough. There's not very many people that live near me that I trust, I guess, that I don't really. Anyways, he was out there taking out the trash, and all of a sudden here there was this vehicle, a red vehicle come in, and he didn't notice he didn't think anything of it until it stopped before it got to him, and it completely peeled out and went backwards in reverse, backed up around the corner, backed up on the road or in somebody's driveway or something, and hurried and out of there. It was weird. And then when he turned around out there, he could tell it was Dawn Wells driving. that red Subaru. And because it's not where he was standing, he was right next to the road. Same situation that happened with Andy when Andy came by there. I don't know if Andy and Dawn are talking or if it just was coincidence. Fred thinks it was a coincidence because he doesn't think Dawn would have came out there if he knew he was there. Fred's convinced none of these people will face him. Fred's like, he's scared I'm going to ask him the hard questions. Don Chicken, well, remember how scared he truly was of Fred? Well, where he was at, it was towards, he could have been going towards Kingsport or even towards, it was like going towards Andy's parents. Probably wasn't Andy's parents. He probably just, I don't know. But who knows? I'm not going to automatically say, oh, Andy and Dawn are talking or whatever. I mean, maybe Dawn just wasn't expecting to see Fred out there, because I'm surprised that Dawn recognized you, because to me, Fred looks so different. You know what I mean? So that's why I was thinking that somebody had to have alerted Dawn. But Andy has been quiet on the YouTube streets lately. I know, right, Jenny? Ever since I've started calling him out hardcore, it seems like he's just disappeared lately. I don't know. I'm sure, I don't know. I mean, why? Yeah, so he peeled out. Like when he pulled back, he's like, Fred said, if there would have been a car coming, he would have freaking wrecked. Because he was just like, he peeled out backwards. It was driving backwards down the road. Recap, I'm late. Well, we just talked about it just now. Fred ran into Don Wells today. Kinda. Don was driving. Fred was taking out the trash for somebody. And he didn't even pay attention. If Don would have kept driving by, Fred might have not even noticed him really. But it was really close. See, if Don would have kept going by Fred, actually, and if Fred was standing right there, Don would have been able, or Fred would have saw Don, like pretty much like feet away from each other. So maybe Don was thinking like he could back up and Fred wouldn't know it was him or something. Sure what Fred looks like now. He got a new pair of panties that had to tear out had to peel out before he had. Yeah. Fred is convinced none of these people. He goes, I'm more worried about the people on YouTube than I am the locals. That's what he says. I'm like, really? It's like the people who talk shit mainly are locals, it seems, are the people who are a lot of people, people in the area, I guess. It seems because a lot of my audience is in that area. Time to start talking. It's been way too long. Where is Summer exactly? Was it on Lone Star Road? It was on Reservoir. Hey, Smack and Cheese. I don't know if that was okay to just say, but I did. I almost put it in the title, but Reservoir is a big road. And Fred's not scared at all, anyways. He doesn't think any of these people will face him because he says he knows, like, that they're full of shit. Uh-oh. Bugles and cheese. Let's see here. What is there? I need to go do something real quick. What can I play for a second? Hey, I heard. Is it true that Bullhorn Betty is back out protesting already in the Sebastian Rogers case? That she was out in front of the sheriff's office. Why is she doing that shit? Ew, mac and cheese cut up with Spam is delicious. Spam is disgusting. I can't believe anybody would eat Spam willingly. Like, buy it? You actually buy it? Like, you actually enjoy the taste of it? I mean, I would only eat Spam if I was, like, starving to death and had to. I mean, I guess they sell it, so people have to buy it, I guess. Face friend for what are you scared of? Don getting your he just like I told you guys. Yeah, FBI gave a 50K reward, right? We were talking about that a little bit ago. Like, why? What's that mean? You know, what's that say for Sebastian Rogers? And what's that say for Summer Wells, who did not have an FBI reward? Bacon Spam? I've never had that. Corned beef hash, Spanish style. That sounds okay. That doesn't have Spam in it, does it? I think fried Spam is delicious. Hey, I'm not going to, we all have different tastes. I'm just teasing with you. Have any of you known anyone to actually get a reward? I don't know anybody who's actually got a reward. What is Spam? It's like canned meat. And I don't know like what kind of meat it is. It's like mystery meat. We had it as kids and stuff, and I just hated it. Oh, I hated it. I guess that's like fried bologna, right? Let's see. Here. I'm just going to put it on because Justin won't care. Just for like 3 minutes. So Justin's going to give me a break for a second. Thank you, Justin. BRB.
Excitement started up.
Okay.
When BHB had and said it started this voices and vigil
I
and all
need you to
that.
I need you to speak up, my dear.
When all this started up with
Uh-huh.
Zeth and BHB on these voices and vigils, when she was advertising stuff like that on her panel, I had seen that as she was talking about all that stuff, that she had mentioned to her moderators and her audience that it would be real nice for everybody that's around the United States to call into these autism schools, camps, just everybody start hitting them, and don't ask if they have them. Just ask, do they had they seen the post about the missing child, Sebastian Rogers?
Mm-hmm.
If you have not, can you look it up online? That way they can look, and if that child is in one of these centers, then they will be alerted to it without being asked.
Are you
And that's when
are you suggesting like he would be in a school or something?
Well, now I'm just catching what she had to say was that when she wanted her people over there and her moderators, when she was doing this, getting ready for the vigils and this, the whole thing, she had mentioned about people starting to call. These like behavioral schools, which of course that gave me hope that they're thinking maybe he is, okay. Well, then I thought, well, I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the people were starting to call. Then the upset happened real quick, and that kind of went down by the wayside. So I'm asking you, did it ever get to your audience throughout the same thing?
Someone said Justin Bullhorn Betty asked for sending flyers to Sebastian School. That is a wonderful idea. That's a wonderful idea.
Okay, sorry about that. If it was on Facebook, the dolly had a heart attack, but yes, he did. Speed him up. Well, if you rewatch him for Flying Doves, just speed him up a little bit. Find out about a lot of different foods when Fred gets home. I think so too, Matthew. I think so too. But hey, I'm open to it for sure. I think that's cool, but I've had spam before, and Tessie says I never cared for spam either, but my husband fries it, browns it in melted butter just until golden, and he serves it with scrambled eggs and toast, and I will eat spam that way. Has she gave status? I don't know. I don't really follow. I don't know who PJ really is. I know that's the name of his girlfriend, but oh, Rhiannon. Dolly just had a birthday weekend. Uh-oh. Has he had a heart attack before? Didn't he just go to the hospital for a heart attack? Or am I thinking JLR? Now I heard a status update, and I don't know where I saw it, but somebody sent it to me, and I don't remember who, but anyways, it just said, and It's not a big deal. It just said that the update was that he will be there for a little bit in ICU, and I'm talking about Dolly. He said he's going to be there a few days, and that I guess they're monitoring him and doing tests, probably, I'm sure. But he said something about stents, a stent put in. That was JLR. Why was I thinking he was in? It must be, yeah, I must be just thinking JLR. Dang, is that his first heart attack ever? Intestine issue. Dolly must have had a heart attack right after I left out. He was saying something about his mouth being so dry. I told people he might be right back, was going to get something to drink. When I got since I went home the same day. And you had a heart attack that same day? Yeah. Yeah, they said they had to shock him on the table. That's horrible. That's so sad. You guys, that's so horrible. That's scary. Yeah. Jim went through that, the whole stent thing and all of that. He has high blood pressure. Hey, Wilma. So it looks like PJ's, she just said something. Okay, on Dolly.
It's a wonderful idea to send flyers anywhere, in my opinion.
Let me see.
That's really good. You know, give her credit for that, you know. So
that would start, if you don't want a child found, then all this stuff has actually hit the fan when that third option was in there that she had gave along with that vigil and the, what those could have been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so,
I just saw her.
Seems like it was the next.
I just saw her in Justin's. I was wondering. I was looking in the chat to see if she said anything, but she didn't. Who don't have high blood pressure on this platform, right? Oh my gosh. Has 9 heart attacks. Sure, it was last night when Dolly had it. Well, that's what PJ said in her post. Your hubby was in ICU? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Dolly, I think, is a little bit. How old is Dolly? Is he? I'm trying to think if he's my age or a little bit older. I need that. See, when Jim had a blood, like one of those electric blood pressure cuffs. I need one of those because mine was always like borderline, so I really should pay attention to it. Just turned 50. Dolly. Yeah, I noticed that how I have my name now, even though it's really pretty, people can't tag me And so I'm trying to think what to do because I really like how it looks all pretty. But I also hate when I'm trying to tag somebody and they have all these emojis and I'm like, ugh. I don't know how many times I said this since I've started my YouTube channel, but they need a way that you could just click on somebody's name and hit reply. It really shouldn't be that difficult. I got put on meds, refused to take them, wound up in hospital for freaking week, lost 40 pounds and taking my meds. Yeah, I'm hoping since I've lost weight that maybe I'm okay. Because I haven't been monitoring it. You're cured. You don't have to take any meds at all. Oh my gosh, Valerie. Speaking of, Jim got one of those and almost died from it. I swear. I always thought he was going to die of some kind of like stupid freak accident or something because he just, especially driving or, like for instance, when he had his colonoscopy, wasn't supposed to, they told him, do not take your blood thinner for a certain period of time after. What do you think he freaking did the same freaking day and almost bled to death? Gosh, that was scary. What the heck, dude? I told him not to take it either. I told him. My face was really red the other night. I was feeling your blood pressure was up. Was I upset? No more smoking, no more Iraq, anything, and no more fast food and junk food, fried food. Yeah, I hope he does quit smoking because this is probably some kind of warning to him to, take his health seriously. Once you get about 40 years old, you start having little health issues pop up. Some people, unfortunately, deal with it the whole life, but damn, Lisa, that's crazy. I mean, they told me I don't take anything. I want to take the toilet with me, but I got through it. I felt skinny afterwards. Good point, huh? It will clean me out anyways. Good point. Maybe I'll lose some weight if I get a colonoscopy. Drink all that liquid. Clear my whole self out. He smokes a lot of blunt. It says equal 3.6, so they say. He needs to switch to gummies, which I know that's hard to do for people who like to smoke. For me, there's no way. If I, like I said, I only take Delta 8, but they do have that where you can smoke it or you can get gummies, okay? And if I would not take it if the only way was to smoke it. I just hate smoking. I mean, occasionally a vape, I might try to hit, but I don't like that even really. It's different. It's a different feeling when you smoke it than when you ingest it. To me, it's more of just a light, slight, just kind of just calms you. cranberry juice. Yeah, I bet he probably. I'm sure he probably will. It sounds like to me that he is always smoking those blunts, isn't he? Doesn't he have some kind of health? He said high blood pressure because he's not like overweight or anything. You know, is it legal? Is it in Ohio though? Is it? It's not legal as in it's legal medically, but it's not legal for what's the word? For everybody, is it? Yeah, you can. You can still do Delta gummies. Yeah, Delta. So Delta 8, if it's legal in your state, you could do the gummies or the smoke. They have both. There's only a couple states Delta 8's not legal. I'm trust and believe I'd rather do THC. It's supposed to be THC too, but it is a little bit slight different feeling in a way. I mean, it's very similar, but there's some side effects off Delta 8 that I don't notice with THC. Like the sinus issues. I think that comes from Delta 8 that I have. You know what I mean? Like where I'm always complaining about my nose stuffing up. I kind of wonder if that's completely from Delta 8. And I just do the gummies and at night. We have a dispensary on every corner in Massachusetts. It's only medical smoke here, so I want gummies. Well, you can get, I think, only medical smoke. Do they have? I'm sure they have medical gummies too, because not everybody can smoke. You get a little twitchy with Delta 8 too. I get twitchy anyways, because it's like a nervous thing at times, especially when I'm on camera. Hey, Sylvia Brown. Do you have to prove you live in that state? No, you can buy in a state that even if as long as you're in that state, you can purchase. Yeah, you do have to show your ID, or your license, but they'll sell to you no matter what state you're from. But of course, if you get caught bringing across state lines, you're in trouble. You know what I mean? Probably a felony too, because I'm guessing if you travel to out of state, you're probably going to get a decent amount. I don't know. Nova Scotia, they deliver it to your door within 10 minutes. For much mold of mankind, including suppositories. Never tried it that way. Thought Ohio legalized this year. They did just legalize, but I thought it was just medical. Wait, let me see if Ohio has. Does Ohio have recreational? Yes, they are. You guys are right. And that was started on August 6th, it looks like. Or did that just. Oh no, that was all back in July. Yeah, July, and holy crap. Well, I guess I know in the future it's closer for me to get to Ohio than Illinois, but I haven't gone for a long time. I'm not going to go anyways. I can't. I'm just waiting for Indiana to fall right. And I mean, both states on. Okay, so 3 states that surround Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, and Illinois, all have recreational marijuana. Have THC vape. I like. Yeah, that's the same thing as like Delta 8, basically. We get a lot of peeps reading at our disposal here. I'm Coldwater and reading. Oh, where's that at, sweetie, again? Old school folks know what Marinol is. At one time, it's given to cancer patients to decrease appetite. Marinol, is those little pills, like THC pills? Right, correct. I mean, yeah. I mean, well, see, that's the thing. That's what makes it all like. I'm super late, going to start. Just wishing everyone love and peace. Well, thank you for being here. One second. I've had this person that's been harassing me that I've been sending it to law enforcement. So I just got another one. So I'm going to add that to the mix. I'm not going to read it here though. Hold on. You got sidetracked. You were going to tell me something. Leon, let me see. You don't have a medical card. Let me scroll up and see what I was responding to. Well, if it's medical smoke, you could get Delta 8 gummies. Just try a little piece of it. I'm a smokeful. I know I reek like really dank weed. Sometimes they could make perfume with that. Oh, about the cricket. The cricket. Okay, the cricket, it stopped. I played ASMR like real loud on my computer when I went to sleep because the cricket was so loud, and I turned on my fan. But yeah, it's not. It stopped like in the middle of the night. I noticed it, and I was able to turn off my computer and stuff and just leave the fan on. So I don't know what happened to them. But as far as what was the other thing you said? Midnight Productions. Okay, so me and Fred started watching that. I turned it off. I was super interested until I got to the part of talking about how on the wall they had a human body like nailed to the wall without a head, a male's body nailed to the wall with no head, with a woman's head on it, a small woman's head on it, nailed to the wall. Like, ew, I could not listen to that anymore. I wanted to hear about Fred, I think, listened to longer about it. Fred was still watching it. I told him when it got to that point, I was like, I sent it to Fred. I'm like, oh, this is super interesting. And then it got to that. I'm like, oh, God, no, I can't watch anymore. I can't watch anymore. And that was down in Arizona, right? Midnight Productions, which is about, so supposedly it's like kind of this trafficking ring type thing, but it's like a demonic type trafficking ring in a way. And they use people up and then they unalive them, it sounds like, for whatever parts they could sell or whatever. It sounds, from what little bit I listened to. Causing my no. I've had headaches my whole life. It runs in the family. My grandmother got migraine. On my dad's side, my grandmother got migraines. My dad gets them, and well, he gets headaches real bad all the time, and me too. You fell asleep watching it? Yeah, snuff films, whatever they can do to make money, make the most money, they're going to do. So, a long cricket in the wall sucks. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Valerie, did you ever email me? Are you going to email me later? Let's see. Hold on. I'm sure I am dehydrated. I try to keep up with water when I think of it. I don't know. Now, if you overuse it, I could see that. Sheba, yeah. Sometimes it just depends. I can get headache from anything. I can get a headache from a smell, from light, from stress. I get headaches super easily. I hate it. A granny strip off. Hey, there's women. So I watched this documentary of this older lady. She's like, your age or even older. And she does OnlyFans, and she's in the top 3%. She makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on OnlyFans, and she off of people who are into grannies. I can't remember which show it was called or whatever. I saw it somewhere on some documentary. Thanks for doing it. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I was hoping for something a little bit more positive for Virgo for their birthday. I think it was more of a warning, though, just to kind of... Yeah, whenever I think about it, I try to drink some water because I drink so much Diet Coke. But hey, Dottie Lee, we were just talking about, for those just joining, Well, we're talking about whatever now, but earlier we had mentioned Fred ran into Don Wells today, and Don was driving, and Fred was taking out trash, and as soon as Don saw Fred, he freaking backed up real quick and didn't even go by him. He backed up on the road real quick and went backwards down the road and turned around, which is weird. I don't know why that's going to draw more attention to him than just going ahead and passing. Did you miss the Virgo reading? It's up on Empress Ziggy. I premiered it this afternoon, but I meant to be there, but that's why I put it for that time, so I could be there, but then I wasn't there. So what's up with this? Have they posted this protest in front of the sheriff's department? Was that today for the Sebastian thing? To clear, wasn't it as a protest to clear Sebastian's name, or they were trying to say it was a rally for Sebastian, but it also doubled as a protest to clear Sebastian's name. Is that correct? I know. Well, that's why we are hoping to get him out of that area. Michelle. It only lasted 30 minutes? Okay. How you guys feel? How is everybody feeling about Seth right now? Because I haven't watched the case much lately. I watched a little bit of Justin's earlier. No. I'm sorry. Well, I did watch a little bit of Justin's, but JOR, where he was discussing I guess the protest, I forget. But anyways, it appears that a lot of people chose to not be associated with Bullhorn Betty. Fred's not scared of him at all. I'm much more worried. He said he's more worried about the people on YouTube than any of those people. Those people are more scared of him because they know he knows that they're full of shit. So they don't want to face him because they've straight up lied on him, for one. And two, Fred knows, without knowing that they're involved. And these people, they know that. They know they're involved too, so they don't want to face Fred. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the 50K reward too. Why would Andrea go back out there? Couldn't that get her in trouble? Yeah, really. I would be shocked to death if Seth was involved. He just seems to me to be really want his son found, and he's just irritated. Hey, Mama B. Yeah, why didn't FBI put anything for Summer? Makes me wonder. Exactly. So was it an FBI that put up the reward for Sebastian? I keep seeing let me look. Sebastian Rogers. Or was it TBI? It's FBI. That means they must think that he's out of state or something. Well, it's the FBI Memphis field office. Announced Monday that anyone who provides information leading to the location and return of the missing teen or to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for his disappearance could receive the reward. They must be. I kind of think that they think that he is somewhere hidden with somebody, and that hopefully somebody will be tempted with that reward. Yeah, it says FBI. Yeah, but with Summer, they said TBI, didn't they? They didn't never really say FBI. Paul Brady don't show in court, then gets locked up, gets out. All of a sudden, FBI puts an award up, then says Sebastian has ties to the town Seth lives in. Wait, what? I don't understand this ties. Sebastian has ties to the town Seth lives in. But I haven't been following the case, so maybe you guys can let me know what she means by that. Or country too. Something about embassies in there too, unless that's par for the course. Could it be that Andrea did some talking? So is Seth now taking the stance that Katie and Chris have something to do with it or know something? Is he still working with Chris and Katie, or is that kind of maybe because they said it wasn't a kidnapping in Summer's case? Sound coming for the FBI, put up a reward for missing person after 6 months if there is not an existing reward. Yeah, today is 6 months missing. Trying to think. Yeah, the Summer Wells had a reward before 6 months, didn't she? Why did she get arrested? I think it was a violation of the protective order or the restraining order. Sebastian has ties to the town that his own father lives, and I don't even know what people mean by that. It makes sense. Yeah, I don't either. But I just heard it too, so. Haley Cummings' dad was a POS. I don't like what she did and is doing, but it just doesn't add up. Why no reward until after she got out of jail? Probably because they wanted to announce it at the 6-month thing so they could look like they're doing something. You know what I mean? And today was the 6 months. So maybe it was already planned, but they were just going to announce it today, you know? Can't just go with the official report from the FBI and law enforcement not start a bunch of rumors. Well, Hails bells. Hails bells. I'm trying to talk more country. Do 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 do. Yeah, I think the reward just has to do with the fact that it's 6 months but I am curious why Sebastian and not Summer, but that does make sense. There was already a reward for Summer by 6 months, if I remember correctly. Isn't that correct? Wasn't that whole Civic Bank stuff in October of 2021? You used to say shit the bed, Fred, before I knew my Fred. Yeah, rewards don't work. That's why somebody earlier was asking if anybody's ever known somebody to get a reward in any capacity from helping in a case. It just makes me wonder if they know something with Summer Wells and that's why, or is it just because they already had a reward? Oh, I'm sorry, True Crime and Time. Oh, you got a reward finding cat of $50? Woohoo! Oh, maybe she told them something from Seth? Is she really close to Seth? Howdy, Chris. Well, I think I heard the stuff that he said about the sheriff's department and stuff about he called the sheriff the sheriff that's having is being nominated or whatever, up for sheriff. I forget his name. He's up for sheriff again or something. I don't know what exactly, but Seth's called the guy a douchebag. I think it was yesterday, wasn't it? Or something, or recently. I would think the sheriff's department, like everybody's like, of course the sheriff's department isn't being cool with Seth, or of course they're being an asshole. I would think that they would understand that a father would, that I think that's normal. I think it's normal. And part of the, well, I want to say grieving process, but he's not, I mean, we don't know if he's deceased, but I'm just saying, like, his son's missing. He's freaking out. You know, it seems much more normal than Dawn and Candace's behavior. Ellie would talk to Chris and Katie, but would not talk to Seth. His words, why? There is a reason for that. Well, Seth has been pretty combative, but Chris and Katie, you know, they probably are all kiss ass because they probably know something. I know. I just, like I was saying yesterday, how upset I was about Bandit missing for 10 minutes, like the other day. Holy crap. Oh man, that was horrible. Still even thinking about it makes me sick almost. Um, I'm not a supporter of any of them. Yeah. Well, shit. I'd like to know what the DA is investigating. I don't know. Good luck with that. Tennessee is so secretive. We're finding out it seems to be a common theme. It's not just Hawkins County. It seems to be the whole state. Having soup, beans, greens. Oh no, that sounds like one of Fred's like favorite meals right there. He was talking about corn. He talks about cornbread all the time, and is it like homemade cornbread, or is it? I think they know something on Seth and Chris. You think Seth is involved, Wilma? That would be insane. I would absolutely. He acts like a grieving father to me. I would be absolutely floored if I would be upset too, guys. Like, I would be rude too. I mean, I hung up on Fred, and I was kind of rude to Fred when I lost Bandit. You know what I mean? Like, you're not thinking about being nice. When something like that happens, you don't care about hurting somebody's feelings. Your child's missing. So that's sneaky. And I'm a very sensitive person too. I mean, I don't like hurting people's feelings. Said sneaky and blew all that money, said was for his son, was for him. Well, one thing though I do know is that I'm sure if he's really not involved, and I don't, it doesn't seem like he is. It really seems like he's freaking out and probably doesn't get much sleep. It's probably taking a toll on his heart. He's a bigger guy. He probably can't work right now. It seems like his life is looking for his child. So he has to pay his bills somehow, and yeah. But I don't know how much he's got or anything, but I'm just saying, when you're grieving like that, I don't know. Yeah, we were talking about Dolly earlier. Yeah, Fred loves the beans and cornbread. Stop. My dog was stolen as a puppy, and I drove for 2 weeks, hung flyers everywhere with $200 reward. My flyers kept getting torn down, so I knew he was closer to home. Oh my gosh. Did you ever find him? He doesn't give you, I'm glad I don't give you nightmares, Chris. That's good to know. I'd hate to make you scared. My kids and I had what time we had beans, and oh my god, they were so good. See, I don't know if I would. I don't know. I guess I'm not big on beans, but if it was cooked right. I don't know about the greens and stuff like that, though. I don't think I would ever like that. You all went to jail over him. Really? So somebody was purposely trying to steal him from you? Yeah, I think this Tony guy seems to be making things more difficult for Seth, right? From what I'm hearing. Am I wrong, or I don't know. I could be wrong. I got him $400 later yesterday to sue him. Call you around 4 p.m. on Friday. I'm hoping I'll be in Tennessee Friday. We'll see, though. I have a weird aversion to beans. Don't even. Have you had really like all beans? I'm like that with like mayonnaise too. I like oh my gosh, and I've remade them myself. Cuban beans. Oh my gosh. I found a authentic Cuban beans like recipe and I made it myself from scratch and they were so good. They take all day though. They take all day, but man, are they freaking good with rice. And South Beach is the best. And plantains. Oh my gosh. No, I don't think so, really, Kathy. Make bacon fried green beans. Mmm. That sounds good. They called police on me, so I had to pay them a neighbor. I had to pay the people who stole him from me. What the heck? What the heck? That's so crazy. How much was the reward again? Did you say $2,000? Oh my gosh, the Cuban food in South Beach is like the best. Oh, 200. I'd be like really mad. But at least you got your dog back. I would be so happy to get my dog back that I would be like, what the fuck ever. Here you go. You know what I mean? But that is shitty, dude. Have to pay this people that stole your freaking dog. Yeah, we can see you, September Moon. They gave police the flyer they ripped down. Oh, what they do, try to say, this lady won't give us a reward. We found her dog and she won't give us the reward were promised. The freaking police would have said that that was just a civil thing anyways. But I'd give them $200 probably, just go away. Yes, we went to fight and they moved very next day. Told them the 200 was going to cost them. What kind of puppy was it? Was it like a purebred or something, or? You don't think Fred's a hillbilly, Wilma? He's about as hillbilly as they come. Spinach. I like spinach and some stuff, okay, but I'm not gonna eat it like plain. I need to. Never mind. Hey, Louisiana Proud. Colby Pitbull. Let me see what a Colby Pitbull is. Oh, black and white. Or is it just, like the white chest, like two colored? Okay. You offered to email him some supper? You're a backwards ass hillbilly. Yeah, that's how he would always sign his emails to me. From your friend, backwards ass hillbilly. Fresh vegetables out of the garden. You over the hill from where I'm from. You're half hillbilly. He was Colby and was pure white, was no other white pits around then, and they are all over now. So Colby means all white. Colby Pete's are one of America's oldest and most popular pit bull bloodlines. Oh, okay. It's just a little, it's just. Damn. 2,000 to 20,000? That's more than my little baby. I'm a Googler. Hillbilly blood. The hillbilly bloodline. That's what Fred's from. He's from the hillbilly bloodline. Now it's a bloodline Jeep and Colby. The white ones was rare. Then, yes, they are expensive. My dog died, and I got him from a good friend for that. Oh, okay. I've never dated a hillbilly either before Fred. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. You're half too? You're half hillbilly? He sold the others for a lot more. Pit bulls are everywhere now. You had your HA in March. Oh, really? You had a heart attack? Your name seems familiar. Yeah, they're everywhere. And they really like to go after freaking Bandit, that's for sure. They see him as a snack. A snack. I'm a hill Yankee now. A hill Yankee, yep. Yeah, I was trying to hurry and zip up a couple times I've tried to hurry and zip him in the freaking stroller. But if a pit bull want to get to him, he can get to him. But I was trying to make it a little bit more difficult. Because the first one that jumped out of a vehicle out of nowhere, I had no idea it was even in the vehicle. It just came out of nowhere. It wasn't barking or anything. And the owner opened the door and like it shoot it straight beeline for freaking Bandit. I was like, oh my God. And I hurried and grabbed him and I was like holding him. So I mean, if it was going to get Bandit, it was going to get me too. That's how I was. I was going to be a human shield. No way was it going to get my baby. You know what I mean? So, but the woman was like, "Oh, he won't. He just wants to play. He just wants to play. He just wants to play." I'm like, "Okay," but it still made me very, very nervous. This dog was like very muscular and like like 180 pounds. Probably it was big. Like I don't know if it was that much, but it was solid. You know. Some down home cooking. Yeah, and it's going to be funny too. And I can't wait for the streams that we're going to do together and all that. Yeah, I don't think I was on stream that time though. The one from last night was a big one too, but it didn't get loose. The woman, I was just scared because the woman looked like she weighed less than the dog or about the same. And I was like, man, if it really wanted to get to Bandit, it could probably. She didn't look very strong. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so scared it was going to rip away from her. Funny if Zig turns all country and Fred became a city boy. I don't know. It's pretty ingrained in Fred's DNA. I think he'd be up at 5 making business gravy. That'd probably be Fred. He talks about how great his biscuits and gravy are, so. Make native fry bread. Oh wow, my hubby is from Chicago and he loves it. Am I in the city or more suburban, I'd say. Yeah, it's more suburban. It's got done cooking, minutes, steaks, mac and cheese, rice and runny, and homemade cornbread. Cool off for a minute, have a cig, then eat. What'd you make the cornbread with? Fred said it has to be made with cornmeal. I think that's what he said. I forget how he said to do it. I know how to make gravy. Fred doesn't like sweet cornbread. He better days, but glad I caught some of Ziggy. I got to smile first time I have in a week. Aww. Yeah, what are minute steaks? I mean, it doesn't take long to cook steaks. It's like a couple minutes on each side. After a few minutes on each side. Cornmeal, flour, milk, and egg. Yep, sounds like what Fred used. Gravy from a pack. No, we're talking about homemade gravy, like sausage or biscuits and gravy. I know how to make biscuits and gravy. Occasionally, I've never made the biscuits by scratch, but now I've never made homemade cornbread, but it sounds pretty easy. You guys are kind of giving me ideas. I'm kind of now thinking about getting some kind of like, I have the flour. Need to get some sausage. Now I'm like thinking about making biscuits and gravy. Yeah, I don't have any bacon grease though. But I was just thinking that. Ew, that's what Fred does too. He puts mayo in it too. Twinsies. All you hillbillies are the same. I'm just kidding. I asked my mom, how long do I boil a 7-minute boiled egg? Aww. Yeah, the mayo, I think, makes it moist. Which I hate that word, moist. Half cream and water for gravy. Huh. Half cream and water. Never heard of that. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Did you know that lady, she just passed away? Mary Poppins? Yes. It is best with buttermilk, and so is mashed potatoes. I know, now so I'm thinking I make the best mashed potatoes. Oh man, now you guys are getting me in the cooking mood. Can Fred Hill make fried okra that isn't slimy? Speaking of, I have a bunch of that poke stuff growing in the freaking yard, and that stuff has a thick root or something. It's like 2 inches around. Actually, 2 inches diameter, I mean. Yeah, about 2 inches diameter. It's all, and oh my gosh, I don't know where all these came up out. I have like these full grown, oh, this sounds so gross. I don't mean it. Full grown bushes. I have these like full grown bushes out in the backyard that popped up out of nowhere. Like, it was like nothing. And now they're just like, I'm like, where did you come from? And it's like thick roots and stalks or whatever they're called. Yes, polk salad. I think that's what it is. It's a little purple. Purple means poisonous. I'm learning. Fred taught me purple means poisonous. Do you know Andrew Hiltz, or do you ever see him around there? Nah, he doesn't see him. He doesn't know him, but yeah, that sounds good. If I like collard greens, where summer, that would be good. Probably. Mushrooms? Like what kind of mushrooms? What kind of mushrooms? Like the good ones you can eat? Oh my gosh, dude, I'd be in heaven. I'd be looking up how to cook those. Purple cabbage. I like purple cabbage. Well, it's not a guaranteed rule that purple means poisonous, but if you see purple on a plant, like in the wild or whatever, like on the branches, if the leaves are slightly purple, then it could definitely, it's a good chance it's poisonous. It's not a guarantee rule. It's not guaranteed rule. Like it's not, obviously purple cabbage is not poisonous that I know of. Andrew really leaves his house. Yeah, Fred, have you ever seen Andrew or out there in Beach Creek area? Andrew Hildsteiner, or have you ever met him? I don't think. I'm pretty sure that's a no, but I'll let him answer that. Popcorn, shrimp, and I'm getting hungry talking about all this food in here. That's funny because Fred always says, if you're not hungry when you come to Ziggy's chat, you're gonna sure as hell gonna be hungry when you leave. You use pot egg in it, said killed poison. Yeah. Fred does the same thing. Never seen Andrew Red all around. Ugh. Sorry, that wasn't nice of me. I don't know. Maybe sauteed cow tongue. Doesn't sound too appetizing, but I'm rethinking. Maybe it wouldn't be too bad. Purple indica. No, I'm still in Indiana, Catherine. We're still working everything out. It's a process to get everything figured out. Yeah, one day his woman getting married, except I heard that, but wasn't he like one day his wife left him and he was all distraught, and then the next day it's like he's trying to raise money for them to get married. Who's the Andrew's new woman, or is he still with the same one that yelled at him all the time? He kind of needs somebody to keep him in line. Wow. Hey, Dab. Oh, really? I think his thing is mainly alcohol, isn't it? Okay. When is this presidential debate? I just got a notification, so I was just wondering. Trump suggests he might skip ABC debate with Harris. Oh, September 10th. Okay. She has that voice. She has that voice that sounds like she sounds a lot like who is that? Lips? She sounds like Lips. Didn't Andrew accept donations for his boob job? Yeah, he wanted. Didn't he? Isn't he openly? Hasn't he said he's openly transgender, or not transgender, but likes to dress in women clothes? Yeah, yeah, Wilma. A few years ago or something, a couple years ago, he was literally talking about wanting a boob job. And I'm pretty sure he was talking about how he. Are you don't think someone would be? Did he not? I couldn't. I swear he was talking about boob jobs. And he's not at all like, you just ask him. He's not at all ashamed to talk about it. I'm pretty sure he. Am I wrong? Was he joking? Was he joking? I guess. I don't. I thought he was serious. Like that he. I thought he said he likes to dress up in women's clothing. I could be told, guys. It could have been a joke. Maybe he was joking. Which is so crazy to me because I keep finding out about these people surrounding the case. It's like cross dressers and stuff. And that's why I was like, Fred, please tell me you don't dress up in women's clothing. Like, for real, and enjoy it. Because I saw him in that pink shirt one time. I had to make sure. Like, I mean, enjoy it, not just put on put on a shirt to work outside in. He says he was a prostitute. Ew. No, I didn't want to be married and find out, like, start noticing, like, clothing items were missing and stuff. Actually, I probably never noticed because I have freaking. I probably wouldn't notice, but I just would hate to find out years later. He said his mom is a lesbian. He was not joking about that. He was dead serious about the boob job. Or are you talking about dressing like a woman? Or wearing, or no, he said he wears women's underwear. Women's underwear. Maybe that was the only thing he said he wears is women's underwear. I couldn't see half these people doing that stuff. He will go on the internet and say anything. He's one of those that like to shock people, but I don't know whether to take him seriously or not. Like, sometimes I don't know. He says stuff so serious, like he means it, but then I'm like, is this dude for real? Does he really, really wear women's underwear, or is he just trying to, mess with people? Attention whore? Yeah, it took me a second to figure out what you mean, but I get it now. Yeah. Well, all the things I said. Okay. At least it's true. I didn't want to, don't want to make a mistake like that. But he seems pretty proud. You guys, if you don't get mad either, because he seems pretty proud of it. So it's nothing. I'm not putting anything out there that is embarrassing to him. He's extremely proud of it. One said he will accidentally watch a snuff film twice. How do you accidentally watch a snuff film like twice? Ew, no way. Pantalones for the wedding night. Pantalones. He said, hasn't everyone watched snuff films? No. One time I did watch midget porn for like 2 minutes. That's like the weirdest I've ever seen. I guess if that's weird, and they have to have sex too, so. And they don't have to, but they can't, you know what I mean? They can't help that they're little. No, for real. It was just somebody, one of my guy friend, back when I was like, I don't know, 18, 19. There, a bunch of friends were over. It's back when there was on demand and stuff. You had to pay to watch anything. Somebody had bought midget porn thinking it would be funny. At least it's not, that's different though. At least that's like, I guess, normal. It's well, good, Mama B. You said you were having a bad day or a few days or whatever. So hopefully. You got to watch stuff when you got ads. Watch it twice. Is he going to say he's accidentally watched CP too? How do you accidentally watch? He must have been messing around on the dark web. My throat is like tickling. Actually, I think he was. I think I know what you guys are talking about because I'm pretty sure I heard him talk about messing around on the dark web. And you don't want to just go around on the dark web opening links that you don't know what they are. That's pretty stupid. Hey, Kathy. Probably it's all BS. He probably knows something. Tension, depravity, disorder. Yeah. So one time I got curious about the dark web, and it's not just for sex stuff. You could get, it's like people go on there to get drugs, anything illegal. Okay, so it's not just like. I watched this documentary about the Silk Road a while back. It's back when the Silk Road was like actually a thing. And they basically told you how to access the dark web. It was basically instructions. I figured it out, but it scared me so bad I never did it again. Basically, the dark web is just like a web. I believe it's just like a website, like the silkroad.org. I believe it used to be. That got shut down. But you have to, like, in order to enter the website, you have to be, I don't know, you have to first of all have a VPN or something. He claims the movies came from downloading free music and movies from LimeWire. Gosh, LimeWire, that was a long time ago. I used to love LimeWire. Those people got in a bunch of trouble, though, but that LimeWire was a thing for a long time, and people were bypassing, were able to download free music and stuff. But as far as porn on LimeWire, I don't. That never happened to me ever. I never accidentally. How that doesn't even make sense. No, I don't think so. How the hell is that even possible? You download freaking on LimeWire. It's audio files, not like video files. I don't know. Doesn't sound very likely, but Spankwire, was that a thing? It's called a dark web for a reason. I have never been on there, but my son and uncle told me about it. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, it changes too, from what my understanding. So how to access it, like, it changes. I think it's just like, basically it's people who make these sites, like these private sites, that you have to, the only ones that can access it are like if you know about it, and you have to go through all these different measures to access it, and you have to use Bitcoin, I think, is how they do it on there, and all that stuff. And it's just anything illegal. Like, what I saw a lot of was credit cards, like the people selling credit cards and drugs. That's all I saw. But the Silk Road, that was mainly for drugs, I think. I don't know. They probably sold other stuff on there too. I don't know. I was on there for like a minute and got too scared. Like, I don't want the freaking FBI showing up at my door. Oh, if you look it up, let's see. The Silk Road was a marketplace, was an online black market and the first modern dark net market. It was launched in 2011 by its American founder Ross Ulbricht under the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts. As part of the dark web, Silk Road operated as a hidden service on the Tor network. That's right, you had to download Tor. Tor was like a VPN, I think, allowing users to buy and sell products and services between each other anonymously. All transactions were conducted with Bitcoin as a cryptocurrency, which aided in protecting user identities. The website was known for its illegal drug marketplace, along with other illegal and legal product listings. Between February 2011 and July 2013, the site facilitated sales amounting to 9,519,664 Bitcoins. In October 2013, the FBI shut down the Silk Road website and arrested Ulbricht. Silk Road 2.0 came online the next month, run by other administrators on the former site, but was shut down the following year as part of Operations Onimus. In 2015, Ulbricht was convicted in a federal court for multiple charges related to operating Silk Road and was given 2 life sentences without the possibility of parole. The website was launched in February 2011. Development had begun 6 months prior. The name Silk Road comes from a historical network of trade routes, from Europe, India, and China, and many other countries, and Afro-Eurasian landmass. Silk Road was operated by pseudonyms, or by the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts, named from the fictional character from The Princess Bride, who was known for espousing libertarian ideals and criticizing regulation. 2 other individuals were also closely involved in the site's growth and success, known as Variety Jones and Smedley. In June 2011, Gawker published an article about the site, which led to an increase in the notoriety and website traffic. Let me see what... Oh, okay. Chuck Schumer asked federal law enforcement authorities to shut it down, including the DEA and the Department of Justice. In May 2013, Silk Road was taken down for a short period of time by a sustained DDoS attack. On the 23rd of June 2013, it was first reported that DEA seized 11.02 Bitcoins, then worth a total of $814, which caused the media suspected was a result of a Silk Road honeypot sting. Only $814? FBI has claimed that the real IP address of the Silk Road server was found via data leaked directly from the site's CAPTCHA, and it was located in Iceland. IT security experts have doubted the FBI's claims because technical evidence suggests that no misconfiguration that could cause the specific leak was present at that time. Henry Farrell, an associate professor of the political science and internal affairs at George Washington University, analyzed Silk Road in an essay for Eon in 2015. He noted that Ulbricht created the marketplace to function without government oversight, but found it difficult to verify anonymous transactions. To sustain a steady stream of revenue, he started increasing oversight to ensure low transaction costs. To do this, he added measures to ensure trustworthiness with implementation of an automated escrow payment system and an automated review system. So it was like basically like an eBay kind of, but it was just like a website like eBay. When they say dark web, that's basically what it is. It's just a site that can only be accessed from the Tor browser, which is a VPN, my guess. It blocks your you can it's a anonymous network, an anonymous browser. A free overlay network for enabling anonymous communication, built on free and open source software. More than 7,000 volunteer operated relays worldwide. Users can have their internet traffic routed via a random path through the network. Yeah. Same as, so like, for instance, it's extremely easy to I saw that documentary on the Silk Road. It was very interesting. Yeah, it is. So has Hunter ever admitted there is no baby? Is there no baby? Was that a lie? Was that all a lie, guys? Shut up. You watched 2 last night. Oh, yeah, Dolly. They found out there's no babies for... Shut up! Are you serious? That is so messed up. You've got to be kidding me right now. I think it would have been out there and posted. We would have heard from... I totally forgot about that. That is so messed up. They took in money for that child. That is so effed up, dude. That is so messed up. No, they can't. Well, yeah. I think she was pregnant too, Mama B, but I think, yeah, I think True was pregnant. But the thing is with Hunter, I'll say his name, he's 18 now, but they came on video and everything, showing her belly and everything, right? I even watched it. He went on freaking Andrew, and everybody's congratulating him for being pregnant, and you know they were taking in money for the new baby and for a new place and all this shit. Yeah, but Hunter's girlfriend tried to claim she was pregnant too. Hunter said the last time she was having twins, the night he announced his grandma said she's not even pregnant. She just took a test. It was negative. Yeah, one of the grandmothers were saying that she was that it was a lie, but one of the other ones were saying it was one of the other ones were saying that it was true. True had her baby. Hunter's. That is so fucked up, dude. Andrew Tate. That's funny that you brought up Andrew Tate. I was just about to bring him up. I was just thinking about him during the whole Silk Road shit. Andrew Tate slapped with more human trafficking charges after another raid. Yeah, he has that attitude. He has the perfect attitude to be in trafficking. Be into trafficking. Hunter lies lie. Yeah, I think we're seeing that, right? And that should tell us a lot about the Summer Wells case too. That we need to be even more so rethinking what he's been saying. Also remember one of the people that was seen on Ben Hill Road on the 15th, on the day Summer went missing. Was later on found out to be so at the time, Fred didn't know who it was when he was shown the picture, but now after the case has come out and stuff, he believes it was true that he saw in the blue van that he was shown in the passenger seat. You couldn't see the driver of the van, but it was a mixed girl in the passenger side seat on the 15th as one of the people that he was asked to, he had shown him a picture, and he said he didn't know who that was at the time. Now he's like, that was freaking true. Timeline is all lies. Yep. I thought the voice in Candace's video with Summer was true. That'd be crazy. But it was a blue van, though. Supposedly her boyfriend is a vice lord or something, right? Or a gang member? Well, just recently, it's all BS. Yes. It was something that came up a few months ago. That was mentioned a few months ago, but we didn't talk about it a lot because, I don't know what to freaking do about it. So everybody a lot of people on that road were shown pictures by law enforcement, and they were asked to identify certain people in these still shots off of the surveillance pictures that came from trail cams and other people's regular security footage. And law enforcement showed still shots to many people who live back there, asked them to identify who were in the photos. And in one photo, there was a blue van. It had a mixed girl in the passenger seat. Fred did not know who that was at the time. You couldn't see the driver, but a few months ago, we were talking and it came up. He's like, I didn't know who that was at the time, but now he's like, because he didn't know who True was at the time. He didn't see her himself. It was when law enforcement showed him. He didn't see him with her. He saw in the picture. You ran into Fred, Lauren, Scott earlier today. I'm so glad they're getting along now. Fred says you didn't run into him. Where'd you run into him at, Misty? Did you go and talk to him? in the blue van. It was just one of the many pics he was showed. SLBS. Grandis claims she's seen a blue van after Scott H showed one from 2013 Google Maps. Well, also, Candace mentioned something about a van, a blue van on the behavioral panel. He knows I have a picture. Oh, okay. It's her first time in here using that name. Oh, okay. Send it to me, Misty. Send me the picture. We'd all like to see. You just started your freaking you just started your whole channel today, Misty Freeman. I don't care. I honestly do not care if. Oh, yes. On the Dr. Phil show, Candace said blue van and Don kept telling her no. Yes. That's what I'm saying. And that's what Fred was telling me too. Like that we're putting pieces together. You know what I mean? He can't freaking remember everything at once. No, this is somebody, a local, trying to cause problems because Fred actually. I probably got a picture of you with Scott. No, that's not Laura. Laura wouldn't say that because Laura knows I don't care. She could just send me the picture. That'd be that would just settle it all, Misty. Oh, wait. Who is that, Fred? Who is that? Is that who was with Scott? You were with Scott earlier? Oh my God. This is great. Oh my God. Wait, what? I'm going to tell Laura. I got a picture of you. Holy shit. Holy shit. I have a picture of you right now. I swear to God. Oh my God. That is hilarious. Oh, Fred, you're too smart. You are too smart. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. That's so great. That is great. Okay, you guys want to see who's behind the granny account? Who wants to see who's behind Misty's granny account? Who's trying to start shit and lie? You piece of shit. What do I tell you guys? We're 10 steps ahead of you freaking losers. Oh, I'm going to show you. Hold on, I have to email it to myself. Funny how we got the picture and I'm still waiting on this picture. Nice. I'm glad to know who one of the people, or know what one of the people who is trying to cause problems looks like. Yeah, remember he's. Hold on, let me see which picture. There's two here. I'm gonna tell Laura. 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 I'm getting, there's two pictures, guys. They're both pretty much the same, but I'm trying to. Who is this? Anybody recognize this bitch? You fucking liar. You already sent it to Laura? Okay. We're gonna tell Laura. We're gonna tell Laura. We're gonna tell Laura. I don't have a problem with Laura, so nice try trying to get me upset. And then, so we have this one picture. That's Scott's truck, which Scott is Laura's girlfriend. Or Scott is Laura's boyfriend. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. And Fred took the picture probably because he was like, what is Scott doing with a different girl? That's great. I don't know who it is. But it's so funny. This bitch tried to come in here and act like she had something on Fred, but we actually have something on her. The girl is with Scott, a guy named Scott, who is Laura's boyfriend. The one that I have told you guys, Laura's been seeing since the time Fred went to jail. I've tried to tell you guys this. Nobody wants to believe it. Laura's been dating this guy since Fred went to jail, has been living with him in and out of his house. Like, they'll fight and she'll go to a friend's. I don't know who it is. That's why I'm asking your guys' help. This was today. But it's funny because I didn't know about it until that girl came in. I knew Fred went to the grocery store today for some people. So we'll figure out who this bitch is and see why she feels the need to cause issues. Yeah, I could try Misty. We'll put that in quotations because I'm sure you put a freaking a granny picture. Did you guys block her or something? Is that the girl that was sleeping in the truck when Summer went missing? Probably not, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe she's trying to cause distractions. Like maybe she knows something about, what do you know? Do you know something about what happened to Summer? You guys didn't block this woman, did you? If you can, unhide her if you did. No, she's not blocked. So, yeah, we're still waiting. Why would you freaking put yourself in that type of position to be outed like that? No, not Scott H. Not Scott H. Is this a red truck? Is this a Tacoma? No. No. The driver, I don't think is involved at all, but I find it interesting that this woman why would she? I don't understand that. Maybe it's just because it's just so funny that this woman says she got a picture of Fred. And what's so funny is we know it's this woman because it just so happens this is when Fred saw Scott today. And it's funny, this woman comes in and tries to act like she has Fred, Scott, and Laura together, which is a complete lie, which I wouldn't be a big deal anyways. Laura's got a boyfriend and everything. PG got her in bed dying. Yeah, she's not. No, sorry, definitely not Scott H. Not Scott H. Who is that? You don't recognize her? Scott will tell us who that is, Fred. Scott will tell us. Won't be hard to figure out who she is. A druggie, no matter a druggie, we know that. We guarantee you that. Could that be PG? Are you a local, Beck? If she has a picture, it's only be me. Maybe she got a picture like when you were talking to Scott or something. Did you talk to Scott while you were there? Maybe she wanted to try to pull it off like you were there with Scott and Laura or something. That's Misty? Her name's actually Misty? Is that her actual name, Fred? Or are you just saying, I figured she used a fake name? You didn't talk to him or her. Do you know, is her name actually Misty? Do you know that for a fact? I don't think she would use her real name. Misty Freeman. I doubt that's her real name. That's what Laura said? Oh, that her name's actually really Misty? This is in Hawkins County. At looks like a gas station. That's funny though. That's really funny. Zoomers. It's where you see everybody. As in Brandon's daddy? No, Brandon's dad is Pete. Pete Clark. This Scott guy is just he's nobody to the case. He's just a guy that Laura's seeing. It's so funny, though. What do you say? What do you mean right here? What's that mean? Laura's mad? Oh, she was legit mad for real? Oh! Oh! No wonder she wanted to come in here and talk shit, right? Misty, you bad girl. What were you doing? Were you doing something for, a little something? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I bet anything. Coming in here all, you got that, you probably feel like 20 feet tall and bulletproof right now, right? Probably nice and fucked up by this point. Uh-oh. I love when karma exposes people. Unfortunately, Fred said he tried to get a picture of Dawn today too. When Dawn, he's like, he pulled out. What's it called when somebody like spins out? Like he spun out. Dawn spun out backwards when he saw Fred backwards on the road. Literally, if anybody was behind him, he would have gotten a wreck because he gunned it backwards until he got to a road to turn around and go and went out towards Kingsport. You were just going to say something about karma. So it's Laura's boyfriend with someone else. Yes. Yep. That's funny. Not funny for Laura. I'm not saying that, but it's funny because of this girl. She thinks she's slick. See, she could have avoided all that had she not come in here. Well, actually, Laura, we're obviously going to tell Laura. I didn't. Yeah, he did send those to Laura. And she's mad. That's why it's up on the screen. Laura's mad. See? Laura is mad because her boyfriend was with a different. Once I was throwing all my ex's clothes out the third floor window. It's funny. I'm glad you got the pic for proof for Laura. If Sky is being shady, she should know about it. Yeah. She knows already. That's what you deal with when you're in that freaking lifestyle, Usually. Fred was just the exception. It's funny because, well, never mind. I could put his personal business out there. I wish she would have told me about this earlier. Spun and slung. I knew that he had gone to the gas or he was at the store. Bandit, you're so cute. I saw some starting rumors in another chat a few nights ago. People can't stand it if anyone's happy. Yeah, I just got an email from somebody that said that, that I'm not even gonna. I'm been sending them into law enforcement because this person just won't leave me alone, and they made a special email and everything, and I don't even hardly read them, but I'll see, the first sentence or something, and basically it was trying to say that they're going to make sure Fred goes to prison, and that way he never can come up here or something like that. And in that, just a bunch of stupid shit. Like basically that's what people are doing. People are trying to purposely cause issues when he's really trying to do good. You know what I mean? And we're trying to do everything correctly. What was she trying to prove? I don't know. Maybe she was upset because Fred showed the picture to Laura. I guess maybe either that or just thought that it would be, I don't know. So Dawn got going when you seen Fred. Yeah, big time. Fred has, and just like I've said before, Dawn never came on this channel ever again after I spoke to Fred. Ever. You guys remember, he used to come on this channel all the time. As soon as I went down to Tennessee and met Fred, that was out the window. Never again. And just look how much he freaking would show up over at people who don't even like him or who are hateful towards him. And he would just, so it didn't make sense. Her real name is Crystal. So Crystal, what are we going to do with you? Huh, Crystal, like crystal meth? Her favorite drug, probably. Oh my God, that's perfect. Crystal for crystal meth. Oh my gosh. You're named after your favorite drug. Wow. That's fun. So come to find out, this girl's name on the screen is Crystal. Her real name's Crystal. Like crystal meth, in case you forget. Just remember crystal meth and you'll remember her name. That is true. He kept going to the 15th. He didn't go. Did he really come? He would show up a few times. It's all BS, but that was right after Summer's disappearance, though. We're talking 6 months later when I met Fred, after time had passed. I think he knew that he wanted to see what Fred knew. He just wanted to know, in my opinion, he was wanting to see how much Fred knew. Yes, like the Crystal Dawn cheat on. That's a different Crystal. But no, that's not the same Crystal. Have you seen that Crystal? Whoa. Whoa. The Age of Adeline, and oh my, what a great movie. Yes, he did. It's all BS. He went to Fred's and tried to act like he was going down there to ask questions, and basically, I'm gonna kick on the meth roller's door, and then he goes down there and just like shoots the shit and says, "Oh, I'll see you in the resurrection." Goes down there. He was there for just a little bit. Then a couple officers, I'm not even gonna say the officer's name, came down there. They asked Fred if he would record. They asked Fred what Don was saying. And Fred told him he wasn't upset at all, and they asked his opinion, and they asked if he would get some stuff on recording. Fred recorded 15th, 16th, and 17th, and that's why you'll hear of Jody Sue talking about Fred being weird those days, because Fred didn't usually go down to that end of the holler, and he was walking down there, so it was different. But of course, Summer just went missing. But it was odd. So, but everybody was hanging out down there. So Fred would walk down there and record them on the 15th, 16th, and 17th. He went to Fred's because, my opinion, Fred saw Andy on the road. And I think he was scared and wanted to know what Fred saw, what he knows. I think Don was scared what Fred would know. I really do. And I think that's why he kept doing that, is because he was scared and he just wanted to see, basically, try to be a step ahead of Fred. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we think that too. It's all BS. We believe that several tried to set Fred up, several back there, and they worked together to do it, because Fred is the oddball out. That's what people don't understand. He's not, okay, Don, Candace, Andy, the Bernards, the Thompsons, the Smiths, the Redmonds are all buddy-buddy. Fred is not buddy-buddy with those people. So, really, the odd person out would be Fred, and he sold drugs. Fred sold drugs, so he was a good target, to try to point blame towards. I don't know if it was the plan all along, or if the plan was if that was what was done afterwards because Fred just happened to see Andy that day. Don was only fishing for information that I had given Ellie and TBI. The person wants to see what you knew. Why keep going back? I don't know. I think he was just paranoid. Also, why do you think he kept coming back? How many times did he come down? It's only we're only talking a few times. Well, actually, Fred says he couldn't get rid of it. But see, a few times is going to seem like a lot, because Don never went down there to visit Fred ever. So that was definitely odd. Really? The first question law enforcement asked me if Don tried to trade Summer for drugs. Oh, to you? They asked you if he tried to trade to you? Andy had the pills and weed. Fred had the meth. No shit. No, it's fine. And Don had. So they tried to ask you if Don tried to trade Summer to you. we were worried about that. It's all BS. I was extremely worried about that for a long time when Fred was living out there. But now that Fred hasn't been out there on Ben Hill Road living, I mean, I still worry, but Dawn hightailed it out of Arkansas, left in a hurry, and Dawn did a video walking around Fred's after Fred got busted. Yeah, and what was it that happened after Fred? What happened once you got out of? What was it that happened that was weird that Dawn did? It was either when you went to jail or when you got back. Yes, because of him trying to trade his first son for drugs. Did they know that at the time, Fred? Like on the 15th? Did they already know at that point on the 15th that he had done that before? Or do you remember if they said anything about that? The others on Ben Hill are trying to make Fred look shady and guilty because he was the odd one out on the hill. Mm-hmm. I hope so, Sharon. Like he forgot his son there because he's so high. The way I thought it was because like he was actually out there on the road trying to offer a child for sale. That's how I thought it. It's weird, but I guess it was on a road that a lot of really shady activity happened, and he probably was around a lot of shady people that he thought wouldn't say anything or something. Because the way Mary made it sound, it was like a road that's notorious for prostitution and shady illegal activities. Yeah, it would be easy. Even if we couldn't figure out this girl's name, or if somebody didn't know who this was, it'd be easy because she has a tattoo right on her face, on her right temple. His sisters at that point hadn't contacted me. I wouldn't think so. How did they know already? Because I don't know how the law enforcement would know that, though. Did they know on the 15th, or was it later on that they knew? Because I agree. I don't know how law enforcement would have known on the 15th that he had tried to sell his son before. Is it a tattoo or bruise? I think it's a I don't know. I thought it was a tattoo, but how did they already know, Fred? How would they have known? How'd they already know? I wonder. Because they didn't even contact the law enforcement until like a couple weeks later. Was police ever called on that or something? Was there a police report ever made on that or something? And you're positive they knew on the 15th? Thank you, ICU. Unless they really contacted authorities the same day, but I thought it was like a couple weeks later. But there I knew, that's crazy. So Fred's saying and standing by that he's standing by that the law enforcement knew on the 15th already that Dawn had attempted to sell a child before. I wonder how they would. I wonder if there was a report made that would be in the system or something like that. Like maybe there was a report, or I'm curious about that. Yeah, she probably is. ICU probably has that copied and somewhere. So she just copy and paste. Yeah, Summer Wells would be 8 now, but that's why I was trying to get him to tell. Or wait, that's why we was trying to get him to tell when I recorded. Yeah, supposedly the sisters didn't even know that Dawn had a daughter until. So I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure how that. I guess we'll have to. I understand she always be for fun, but in your post you said she's now 7. She's. Yeah. Well, all right, guys. That's why I put the was 5. Yeah, it's fine. She's. I wonder. I'm curious what what her motive was by coming in here and trying to start problems. Unless she's mad because Laura found out she was with Scott or something. I don't know. Stupid gnats. Been trying to get rid of these gnats for freaking. Oh no, this girl is not young. Like young anyways. No, she's not Scott's daughter. Fred knows who Scott is. Fred knows who Scott is. It's not his daughter. And Laura's mad, so if it was Scott's daughter, she wouldn't be mad. Don took the one boy to Utah, didn't put him in school. That whole thing was weird. Yeah, I don't have an open case with CPS. And I do have a valid license. Just so I got my licensing fixed. All it was a little, I had to, oh shit. It was still valid. You want me to pull it up on the screen right now? Here, let's pull, hold on. I don't have an open case with CPS. So just because you called CPS 666 and sent them out here doesn't mean I have an open case with CPS. I absolutely do not. And I'm not driving down to freaking Tennessee. I'm flying. What the fuck? These people are psychos. Sorry, I was just... trying to remember the Indiana BMV website. I was just on it the other day. My BMV. Here we go. Hey, Curls and Crime. Don't show my license. I have it pulled up right now, and it literally says valid. But it doesn't matter. I'm not driving anyway, so I don't give a fuck. Not on the way down. I might drive on the way back up. Possibly. Go lose my child. That's so funny. That 666 would say that, and she's lost every single one of her kids. Oh, Jeannie's new. She said she called TBI and told them Don tried to sell his son in the past. Oh, so even before Summer went missing then? So that would make sense, like how couldn't fly the friendly skies. Why are people so like, I mean, it's so funny. Like, people just want me to be, they don't want me to be happy. They want me to be miserable just because they don't like me. That's just, I mean, focus on your own life. That's why it sucks so bad. Girl, like, God, do you live with your kids? Have you ever had your own place or paid a bill in your life or ever had a regular job ever? Like, ever. Can you show proof of it? I'll show proof of years of employment if you want. I have no problem. Let's see your proof. You've never had a job, ever. Never even had your own place and paid rent or paid a bill. Let's see a bill you pay. Let's see a utility bill you pay. How about that? I'll in your name. Let's just see. I bet you can't get utilities in your name. Loser. Well, because the reason why I'm saying this is because somebody sent me a message telling me that that 666 was telling everyone in her chat the other night that I didn't have a license and couldn't drive to Tennessee. And then some chick was just okay. And 6up said she was going to be on a plane and hoped y'all weren't on the same one together. Ew. Why? Why are you afraid of that, 666? Wouldn't you love to confront me? What, are you scared? Do you not stand by the shit you put out there? You're fucking, that's the same. Oh my God, these people are such wusses. She also said that she was also telling that you had an open case with DCS that was about to, really? That's news to me. And then the person says she lost all her kids, didn't she? And how many mugshots does she have? She couldn't be judging anyone because she has her own skeletons in her closet. She tells the chat that you're sniffling all the time and that's a sign of withdrawals. It's actually slander. Yeah, I know it is. Why would she care so much? I don't understand. What is the big deal? I don't get it. Oh my God. See why I can't freaking put anything on YouTube? Like, this bitch like takes everything and puts it into something different. Like, holy crap, get a life, you lunatic. Good Lord. I'm going to say yes. Deanie called TBI after she found a... Oh, after she was missing. I don't know what I said. I don't get it. It doesn't even matter. Like, why does she care? So weird. She's... Jeannie said that she called the very next day. Summer went missing, so she called on the 16th if Summer went missing on the 15th. Didn't they say they tried to turn it in or something, though? Wasn't there something turned in, like, or said in a report? They had to have known somehow. He had his son standing there. Yep. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I had to take the written. Marlene, she has a minor child herself that's not with her. My daughter, what do you mean my daughter? She's worried about my daughter's education? She doesn't give a fuck about my daughter. Are you serious? Does she even have a fucking high school diploma, Marlene? She has a child younger than my child who does not live with her, who she lost custody of. She lost custody of all her kids. Why doesn't she worry about her child? That is so I'm home with my daughter at all times, but my daughter's education is compromised. Why the fuck would that be, Marlene? What's her educated opinion in that, since she has so much experience raising children and everything? So much life experience, on all the shit she speaks on. She's never had a job. She's never had a bill. She lost all her kids. I've never had a CPS fucking case open on me. Yeah, not Marlene Clausen. Marlene Johnston. I know she's not even concerned about her own child. What the fuck? That's what Fred was talking to me about today. He's like, he goes, what I find funny is these people who have missing kids and are out looking for other missing kids instead of their own. She talked about my child having a UTI. That's so weird. Oh, I'm sorry, Marlene. I thought you were trying to stir crap. You don't understand. I've dealt with her. I had a protective order with her for 2 years. She will not leave me alone. I want her to go away. Like, why doesn't she leave me alone? Even when I'm not on YouTube, she still talks about me. It's like ridiculous. It's okay, Marlene. Sorry about that. Yeah, and her hubby was in prison when she was on YouTube, and she lied and told people that he wasn't. And now is going to has a problem with me being with Fred, who has turned his life around and is really trying. No, she's just going to talk shit on every and anything I do, you know? Yeah, I've never heard her kids in the background except the ones that she lives with. What a loser. That's what she says, supposedly, that now she lives with her child. What a fucking loser, dude. Please shoot me if I'm dependent on my daughter. I mean, ever. Your kid is doing better than you are. And the only reason why they're doing good is because they were raised by somebody else, you loser. Good night, Beck. I can ride a plane. I'm absolutely allowed to ride a plane. And as long as, and that's if it even happens, guys. It's not even happened. Who knows if it will even happen this week. It's not set in stone. That's why I can't talk about anything, because of this bullshit. Well, yeah, ignoring little Ziggy. Okay, Caitlin's 16, and every single time what she come in here and ask for, guys, when she's coming in here, she's allowed to come in here in an emergency. She's obviously not scared of me. She just walks in whenever. I ask her over and over again, especially when I'm doing readings. I let her know in advance. I'll tell her I'm doing readings, and please don't walk in, okay? I'll ask her to message me on Facebook Messenger, or unless it's an emergency, obviously. Well, she'll come in here and think that, asking me for McDonald's is an emergency, when there's food out there. But no, she wants McDonald's. That's an emergency. That's me ignoring my daughter. Okay. My daughter rules this house, and it's ridiculous. So we're trying to change that a bit. And her other baby puffball is spoiled cotton, and no one is taking puffball. Huh? No, it's not reviewing. It's just like a hate channel. I don't have. I would ask for proof of everything she fucking says. The only thing halfway truthful about what she said was was the license situation that I went through, which wasn't, my license wasn't even invalid. It was still valid. It still said valid in the system. Like if I were to have been pulled over, they would have told me just to go renew my license. You POS. I'm sorry you don't get it because you've never had any like real life responsibilities ever. And coming on here acting like you can give life. Your life is worse than mine. Why would I take advice from you? Please tell me that. Tell me your accomplishments and why I should listen to you. Please tell me in what areas of your life specifically. And I want details. I don't want to hear, oh, I'm just, you're just this, you're not a grifter. No, I want to hear when it's all over Reddit, which is obvious. You've been grifting for years. You have fraud on your record. You have all kinds of, you have theft on your record. You have forgery on your record. You're a piece of shit. You shouldn't be talking about anybody, really. Why and what? I just want to know what about her life would I want? I'm going to listen to people that have something that I want. You know what I mean? I'm going to listen to people who have things going for them. I'm not going to listen to somebody who is like homeless and sleeping on a couch, their child's couch, or if that's even where because she was kicked out, by the way. They were kicked out of the house that they were in because they stole. Imagine that. They got accused of theft. Imagine that. Because the guy was working on the house and had something, the owner of the house had some expensive equipment outside that just kind of disappeared, didn't it, 666? I've never even had a felony. You know what I mean? Like, but exactly. Like, has anybody seen? I haven't got one donation this whole stream. And I'm a grifter, right? Okay. People act like, are they for real? They act like that's the only reason, why well, I don't know. It really is becoming, the negatives are really a certain way outweigh the positives, especially on this part. Yeah, everything she said. Like, also, what about her taking in money for a lawyer? Like, where's that money? Like, all the things that she said. What about her buying a chair? Where's that chair? Like, she's never had proof of anything she said she was going to use for this money that she brings in, and she never does it, as she says. But I do everything I say I'm going to do anytime. I always show proof of everything. Everything I say. Yeah, I don't ever use Summerwell's name unless it's a big something that is what I feel like important for people to know, about something new, kind of new in the case. We haven't had much new, but something, then I'll put Summerwell's, or I might, hashtag her name. So, well, thank you, Rhiannon Coster on her channel. It does a little bit, but not like she's thinking. Like I had to pay internet and the StreamYard and Canva. You know, you can do it without this, but it makes your life a lot more difficult without StreamYard. And, you know, you can do thumbnails without a subscription. It's just, you know, internet. And then you're whatever. Yeah. Basically, you can go live from any device these days. So. She says she doesn't like body shaming, but calls you piggy and talks bad about you. Who's that? Spilled milk. If you did, so what? You should get something for your time, all the research you've done. Well, thank you. Oh, okay. Yeah, she'll say whatever she can about me, anything. I don't have to really even say anything. She like does it all herself, you know, her obsession, and every single day my name and her title or in, you know, in her streams every fucking day, dude. Every day. I even had a protective order ordered from a judge, and she still doesn't see it. She still wants to believe in her fucking head, her stupid head, that I'm the one in the wrong. Like, leave me alone, you psycho, please. Just go away. But no, spill milk, because the one time I had it, and I freaking put everything out about her. It was a one and done. People, and it's, I don't know, and even what's the just the receipts? She did a expose on her that, I mean, because of all the Reddit scamming she's done. She has a history of it. I don't have a history of that shit at all. You will find nothing to do with me in scamming ever, anywhere. But yet she has charges like that, but yet I'm the scammer. Okay, make it make sense to me. Make it fucking make sense, please. She's never had a job, but yet every single day yelling, get a job, you know, and like, bitch, I had a job up until 2017, until I didn't have to anymore because I had a business. My own business. When have you ever had a job? I guarantee she's never had a job over a year. I promise you. She has never had a job, and she does not pay rent. She does not pay bills at all. She was living in a house that was gifted to her by an agency for homeless people. Now she claims that she's not an hour away, that she's staying with her child. Wow. You're such a winner, you piece of shit. It's pretty sad you have to rely on your kids, like, and you're only 40, 43, 44. Isn't that what you do when you're older? Like the later stages, like your last parts of your life? You probably don't even help with the bills. She's so tough. She runs and hides out the back door being served. Yeah, and she didn't even show up at court, and they want to act, you know, complain that I supposedly lied. And it's like, dude, if you would have showed up at court, you would have known everything. You know? But she didn't want to show up to court because she felt it's better that she loses by not being there instead of losing and being there. Because if she's there and she's able to present her case, then she's going to look like a real loser when I get the protective order ordered, because she was there and she had a chance. So she just figured the best way to go about it was just to not show up at all while she collected money for a lawyer that she never even did. Her boyfriend told me she never did the consultation ever. She never even went and talked to a lawyer, he said. Not even once. And I have it's recorded somewhere, but see, I don't give a fuck enough to like put that stuff out there. I have better things to do. Yeah, eventually, Sharon, karma will completely catch up to her, and she'll be in prison just like the rest, too. Eventually, it catches up. She just said she wasn't going by because she wasn't served, yet she pulled up the internet to show people. Yeah, and then she would tell people I was lying just because she wasn't served, because she would run out the back door and say I was lying, that there wasn't really a protective order because, but yeah, it's on the Indiana website, Indiana Protective Order Registry. It was 2 years. It expired March of this year, and she's still fucking doing this shit, and it was a 2-year-long protective order. That's how long she's been doing this stuff. Yeah, she has food stamps and all that, too. Her boyfriend told me that. I don't care. I just want her to leave me alone. All she has to do is show proof of having a job for over a year at any point in her life. Super easy. I could show several jobs I've had for over a year in my life. For several years. I worked at... I waitressed several places, but I worked at Olive Garden for 3 years. I worked at Bob Evans for 2 years. I worked at Steak and Shake for a year. I worked at Pizza Hut for 3 years as part-time management and part-time server. My first job was at Marsh as a cashier when I was 15. Well, no, actually, I was a dishwasher when I was like 15 at my dad's friend's restaurant. That was my very first job. Then I worked at Marsh from 16 to 18, started as a bagger, then moved up to a cashier. Then I went off to college on campus, and I was in school, but then the next year I worked at Kroger for 3 years. I worked up at the desk and in the accounting room for 3 years. At first, I started as a cashier, and then they moved me in the office like within a few months because I had so much experience that you have zero experience of any type of job. And then after Kroger, I went to not Shoney's, Ponderosa. I waitress at Ponderosa for only a year. I didn't really like that job. And then, like I said, I worked at Pizza Hut for 3 years, part-time management and server. Then I worked at Bob Evans. And then I worked at Olive Garden. Olive Garden was the last, actually, job I guess. And then I also, I've taken contract type things. You could do, through mystery shopping companies and stuff, you can, set up, what are they called? What are those things called? Displays and stuff. You can go on those apps and they'll pay you. Anybody can do it. But if you don't show up, you're screwed. Okay, you won't be accepted again. But you can sign up and do these little jobs. Like they send you like they give you like basically instructions from step 1 to the end on how to, and also you can follow in an app how to set up this display. I did a bunch of that like after Jim passed. I just want to know why I should be listening to her. Like, what does she have that I'm, what does she have that, what has she done with her life that I'm like, yeah, I want that. I want to listen to this lunatic. Oh yeah, I want her life. Chinese restaurants, yeah, because that's overturned. That's like a buffet, fast turn, and that's why I worked at Pizza Hut, the buffet, like the place. And I worked in Carmel, Indiana, which is like, it's like the county Carmel is in is, it's known as a very rich part of Indiana. Like all the Indianapolis Colts and stuff have houses in that area, in Hamilton County, Carmel. Fishers, anyways. And the lunch buffet, that Pizza Hut's not there. Well, they moved it, and after they moved the Pizza Hut, they had a Pizza Hut that had been in the same place since like forever, like 30 some years or something. And when they moved it, they completely lost like all their business. They went from a standalone building to a store in a strip mall, or a or a space in a strip whatever it is. But yeah, lunch buffets, like high turnover, and at the time they just leave like they'd leave like $5, and at the time that was a good tip. They'd be there at just high turnover, the tables would turn over real quickly. And all you had to do was make sure they had drinks and stuff, clean up their bus tables, bring out their piece. Well, no, if they're on the buffet, most of them got the buffet. Oh yeah, that's right, when I lived in Florida, I worked at Captain Jack's Seafood Buffet in Panama City. That was really good money. You just reminded me, because I had waited on Mario, that singer Mario, him and his dance crew one night. They were really nice. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to go for now, but I will be back on my other channel doing readings. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later.